Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 16A. We are here with Joe and Joey. It's the Joe and Joey show. As Joey told me off camera, we enjoy Ave and Ave, and so now we can enjoy Joe and Joey.
Mm,
Um, but thank you so much, Joe, for hanging out with us today.
absolutely, absolutely. Great to be here.
Great to have you. Okay, so we're gonna dive right into the warm-up questions. So for Joe, the warm-up question is for the viewers who have never seen the Athenaeum campaign. Tell us a little bit about Sam's character and his world, and what exactly has he been up to in the last year since we last saw Sam from the ending of the campaign?
So for Sam, he is based off of the 1920s and 30s crime novels. So he is a PI and um, really written as kind of that stoic adult character who feels he can be the justice that other people don't get to get. But a very started out as a very kind of one-dimensional character in a very black and white world where he has to run the gamut of gray. So that's Sam in a nutshell. And over the past year, since he was featured in Athenaeum, he has actually spent time in jail for breaking the law, because sometimes you have to break the law to get things done, especially when the police chief is the criminal. So he has recently gotten out of jail and is planning on leaving his world to spend more time solving the mystery of what brought multiple stories together in the Athenaeum campaign.
I love it. He's very meta, and I love that.
For Sam's world, it is kind of a turn of the century city where there's a big distinction between industrialization versus kind of that rural. It has, of course, all the um, trope pieces of gangsters and docks and wards. But everything, when other characters have come in, they see everything just like a old movie where it's black and white, grainy, and that type of 20s, 30s gangster movie look and feel. So that's his world. And he, of course, doesn't see that. He sees everything in color and just like anybody participating in the world would. But to everybody else, it's been shades of black and white.
All right, Joey, for your warm-up question, Ave is obviously going to be visiting Sam's world today. So, which other Athenaeum world would you also have enjoyed seeing Ave in?
There are actually two answers. So first one will be Stars World, but you know, just because the fact that Ave's ability to mimic all kind of voices would match really well with Stars World being song equals magic power. So whatever's gonna happen there might be very interesting. But the other one would be the world of Black Power. It's basically because the whole background from Abe's race, the Kenku, is that it actually is a curse. So the fact that they can't speak themselves and only mimic other voices is a curse. And Black Powder's world is really heavy into curses. So it'd be really interesting, especially with the fountain that they found, or the pond that they found that cures curses but gives you another one. It would have been a real dilemma for Abe to just jump in there and get his voice, but at a cost. What do we have? Ooh,
Oh,
Justice.
Justice.
Oh, that's cool.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
That is
perfect.
very
Wow.
perfect for this
I
session.
love these cards, man. Every time. They just, those things tell us so good stories.
So Justice again is Dr. Janice. You also get instant counter with it if you want to use it as an
Mm.
instant counter effect. So Ave, the last thing that you remember was you got separated from your group. You were essentially falling through empty space, and you saw a storybook open up in front of you, and you just kind of impacted into it. There's a big flash of light, and you start to come to. I will say that your form has fully transformed to fit this particular world. So you no longer look like Ave. You are human, actually. You look human. And you are dressed in 1920s, 1930s style clothing. Before I continue, can you give me like what you believe is a good description of human Ave in Sam's
definitely.
world? Go ahead.
So the human form would be around early 20s of age. He would be a dark-skinned human, so somewhere African in nature probably. Wearing this 1920 style costume, a blazer I think, without the sleeves, and quite casual, a bit loose. And then he would wear this hat with a black raven feather on it.
Sweet. Awesome. When you start to regain consciousness, maybe you were out for, who knows, maybe it was only for a few seconds, maybe it was for a few minutes, maybe you've been out for an hour, you have no idea. But you start to wake up, and you can sort of hear well, the first thing you notice is that you smell the smell of cigarette smoke, and you can hear some jazzy music playing around you. And when you look around, you essentially are sitting in one of the stalls of the bathrooms. I'll let you decide when you notice that you are a completely different form as you were before. I presume there's going to be mirrors outside of the bathroom, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I would assume. So as soon as he leaves, he's just really dazed, doesn't really know exactly what happens. Just here's the whole journey to this whole dreamlike state. But he remembers as well that the thing that they were in was also kind of dreamlike and mental, so might be something linked to that. So he doesn't really think that much about it yet. He opens the stall, and then I would assume, there's a set of mirrors.
Yep.
And the first thing that just as soon as the stall opens, he looks towards the mirrors instinctively and just, hey, that's weird. He just starts looking around to see if he finds anyone from the group that he remembers being there around. He finds no one. So he's just going to walk towards this random person.
Yeah, so there'll be a random person at a urinal. He looks like he's had a little too much to drink. And he's been at the urinal for a while. So he definitely had a lot to drink. You're going up to him, and you're going to ask him something?
Mister?
Yeah?
Just quick question. Where are we exactly? Is this are you like an imagination within this dream right now, or are you? Do you know where I can find, like, I don't know, Mr. Seymour maybe? Am I making any sense?
We're at the Diamond Eddies Club, he says.
Right. Where is that exactly?
Out of character, where is Sam's city? What is Sam's? I forgot what city he's in.
It's just called the Big City.
Okay. Is that what everyone refers to it as? The Big City?
Yeah, it's just the Big City.
They don't give it a name? Okay.
No.
We're at the Big City.
All right. Okay.
You all right? You got a little too much to drink or something?
Yeah.
He shakes things
rough,
off.
Very rough. Oh, Wow. I'm gonna go. Thank you very much for helping me around, and good luck in great city.
He
At
looks at
least.
you a little weird, but again, he's
Mm,
a bit drunk and he probably, doesn't think too much of it within the next like 30 seconds. So you'll make your way out, and it's you'll go through a corridor, which is the corridor that sort of like took you down to where the bathroom stalls were, and
mm.
as you're making your way um, at the end of the hall, you almost run into this person,
Hmm.
and she goes, "Going somewhere in a hurry?"
Uh, Hi. Uh,
Hi
yeah.
yourself.
I oof. Um, I'm looking for someone here. Mr. Seymour Clementine.
Seymour Clementine? Hmm.
Hmm.
Name doesn't ring a bell. Who's
Huh.
Seymour Clementine?
He's a good friend of mine. Uh, Magician.
We
Does
don't get
party
any.
tricks.
Oh, she says. Maybe he's one of the acts.
Hmm. Ah, yes.
You do
Probably.
see. You do see
Mhm.
behind her that there's a stage,
Hmm.
and it looks like somebody is about to get up on stage, is about to perform some sort of act. It actually looks like it's a ventriloquist act of some sort,
Hmm.
and it's the guy's name is Simon, and his I don't know what they refer to the ventriloquist dummy other than a ventriloquist dummy, but
Yeah.
is named Timmy, and it's a very like I think it's an okay act. It's relatively funny. I think that a good number of the crowd seems to be enjoying it. Um, and yeah, I mean that's like the basic thing that's happening over at this club at the moment.
Hmm. Um. Hmm. All right. So, is there like a list or something with all the acts for tonight, or?
She's just gonna point over to a board,
Hmm.
like on the wall.
Okay. Right. Just one last question. You know, uh, someone that goes by the name of the Knave of Diamonds?
Can't say I know of that performer either.
Hmm. All right. That's huh. Weird. Okay. Well, nice meeting you. Uh, Miss, what's your name again?
Just call me Belinda, she says. Belinda Street.
Linda, right. Bel- Bel- Huh. It's a nice name.
I like it just fine, she says. And she'll just saunter
Hmm.
towards the women's bathroom at that point.
Hmm. And
Um,
Abe's gonna start walking towards the boards, and meanwhile he's just mumbling to himself. Linda Discreet, that's obviously a fake name. Must be a dream. And walked over there.
yeah. So what are you doing at the bar at this moment? Or are you exiting the bar? Like what are you what,
He's gonna first look at the board and try to see if there's a name Seymour Clementine up there. Probably not.
No.
Nope. He's gonna just see if he finds anyone recognizable. Probably not as well.
Nope.
At that point, he's slightly getting uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
he's probably just gonna start walking out the bar and see what if he finds anyone there.
Yeah. You'll walk out of the bar and just in general, you're just going to look very lost.
Hmm.
And I'm just going to say that it just so happens that Sam will probably be walking by. You've heard of Diamond Eddie's. Maybe you've been to Diamond Eddie's. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty good club. Most of the acts there are musical, but every now and then they might have like a stand-up comedian, um, or other acts like the ventriloquist act, for example. But there's this gentleman that's right outside of the out of the bar, and he doesn't look drunk, but he definitely looks very confused and very out of place, I should say.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, are you okay? Did they
Huh?
stump you up good there? You look a little peaked.
I. Huh? What are those words that you're seeing? I I'm okay.
You are
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I am. I'm just a little bit lost, searching for my friends. Should be around here somewhere in the big city of Arcadia. Yeah.
Um, you say you're looking for your friends. I, I can tell you, I'm good at finding. Did you all come in from the farms, or are you down from another city? Maybe I can help point you in the right direction. Well,
We came in from, yeah, from a farm from a friend of mine. Uh,
gotcha.
yeah, forest. There's a forest nearby. Yeah, his name is Daniel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, from the forest farm, what did you
Yeah.
come to the city to do?
We were, you know, just doing some mind exercises, trying to, you know, fix some blocked memories, basic sacred, just stuff, uh, just hanging out together. Then, yeah, we fell asleep, and then we're here. I'm here. The rest, I think, as well, somewhere.
I'm gonna say, Abe, you're noticing now because you're outside
Mm.
in broad daylight, uh, that everything is black and white here.
Hmm.
You notice everything here is black and white.
Uh,
Well,
um, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't give a whole lot to go on, but I'm actually on my way to my office. Why don't you come with me? We'll see if we can't figure out where the rest of your friends would have gone to, and we'll get you pointed in the right direction, get you a cab, and make sure you get back with them before you wander off into a street or something.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
Sam.
sure.
I'm Sam, by the way, and good to meet you. We'll get your friends found.
Yeah. Ave. My name's Ave. Thank,
Dave,
thank you, Sam.
say I like that feather in your cap. Makes me think of something that Tori would have liked.
Yeah, it's in the family.
Well,
Uh,
it's definitely decorative.
uh, uh, yeah, right. Quite colorful world, hey?
Oh yeah, it's pretty vibrant. You should see at night when the neons get lit up. You've got these great pink and blue and red glows everywhere. It's fantastic.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What colors are they exactly? I'm such a fan of bright colors. Can't wait to
Well,
see them.
the neons, they're pinks and blues. The blues, though, not like that Packard there, let's say, just brighter, much brighter. You've probably never seen something as bright and colorful from the farm. Imagine lots of
Oh,
trees and dirt and browns and greens, I suppose.
hmm. Yeah, yeah. Very animal color. Horses, brown and red. Um, a lot of red. Feathers everywhere. Really weird. Um, right. Let's continue. Uh,
Absolutely. Right this way, right this way.
hmm.
N-
And the
Walk.
moment that you were talking about the colors, it's you definitely notice that the Ave seems really confused about what you're saying. So do with this what you want.
Yeah, I
Because
can pick up on that pretty good.
mm,
Say, you're, I mean, I don't mean to pry, but it's what I do kind of. You look a little shaken up and a little out of place. Tell me a little bit more about you and who you are and what you're going through, who your friends are. I mean, just the more information I get, the more I can help.
right. My name is Ave. I come from a family from a bit away from the city. Uh, my sister is very important. She's in politics. She does all the things with the money. Uh, Coins faction. Mhm. Friend. So there's Daniel from the farm, and then there's Gabe. Gabe is like uh, almost our father figure a little bit. He takes really good care of us. He has a really big house somewhere in the city. Uh, yeah, far away from here, I think. And there, mm, no, that's about it. Yeah.
Gotcha. I have a friend who's into politics as well in
Mhm.
a very different city. Um, I've got a friend who's, I suppose, used to be into money. Um, uh, Also, kind of a fatherly figure, though I would say more to some of my friends than me. And so I can understand the dynamics, I suppose. Um, Now,
Yeah.
when I'm pointing some of these things out, I mean, you look just, well, flabbergasted. The colors and everything. I mean, it's like you haven't been off the farm too long and seen different colors. I mean, didn't you have any Crayolas?
Uh, Yours? No, mostly horses and chickens. Uh, some carrots, bananas. A lot of bananas.
And, when I mentioned the feather in your hat with Tori, let me ask you something, especially
Mhm.
with things like some of the animals and fruits. Being new here and all, I don't want to, take too many assumptions, but when you came from your farm, you said that you just kind of woke up here. Did you take a bus here or did you drive
The
here?
moment that you say bus, you immediately see panic on his face. No, 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 no bus, no bus, no, no, no. I have a motorcycle. Must be around here somewhere, I think.
You
Buses are dangerous, statistically, a lot of accidents happen with buses. Most of them, actually, because there are a lot of people on there. One bus accident is very bad for plenty of people. Very, very dangerous. Also, taxis are those drivers. They don't know what they're doing. You give control away from the vehicle that you're in. So of course that's dangerous. What if the person over there falls asleep because they drive all day and night? And oh, no, no, no. That's no, 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 no.
well, this is my office. Let's step inside. It's not perfect by any means, but I'm going to look around really quick to make sure nobody's following and kind of usher you in.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
a good spot to talk.
When you arrive at the office, there's a gentleman waiting right outside, actually. Um, I don't think this is a person that you've seen before, Sam. But his voice kind of sounds familiar. And the gentleman, he looks maybe like a guy in his early 20s, early 20s, I would say. And he goes, "Oh, Sam, Sam, hi.
How are you doing? Um,
Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Oh, I guess I look different here.
Here, are you
I'm Todd," he says.
Todd? Really?
Well, one of the Todds, he says. "I decided to settle here, start up my own shop. You should come check it out."
Wow. Are you doing eggplants or
"Oh, no, shops for a lot of odds and ends. Uh, I've got one picked out just for you."
really? Well, come on in. I've got a little bit of a thing I'm working on here, but I'd love to catch up with you and say, have you met Abe yet? Abe, this is a Todd, a good friend from a different spot.
Very far away.
Hi, are you like a big family of all children that are named Todd?
I wouldn't say that. Not really.
Just a fan of Todd's. That's all. It's a super common name where he's from. It's like top 100 names picked by people. Lots of Todds. Lots of Todds.
Yeah. Your friend can come to the shop too. I think I have just the box for him.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. I mean, it may help. If it may, believe me, it may help. Um, finding your friends for sure. May have something in there to really assist.
I think so. At least that's my personal mission. So yeah, I'm over there, he says, and he points to a small, unassuming shop like down the street. Feel free to pop in whenever you want.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Todd, and welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks. Good to see you, Sam. We'll talk later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Goodbye, Mr. Abe.
Hi.
And Todd's gonna leave. I don't know if you've ever seen Galaxy Quest, but you know how the aliens walk. If Joey hasn't, there's aliens that try to pretend that they're humans, and they walk in a very like. The way he walks, he doesn't seem to walk the way that humans typically move. It's almost like he's trying to learn how a human moves. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bit unexpected, but a good friend from a different spot that we went to a while ago.
Is he an outcast?
Um, an outcast. No, his the place he's from was kind of broken, and we helped fix it, and uh, kind of opened up some opportunities for people to go different places and try different things.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. What type of shop does he have?
Well, I imagine it's going to be pretty random because there are times where I wonder if even Todd knows what he's got in his inventories. So my guess is it's going to be all kinds of different things. Some of them
Oh,
pretty helpful, some of them not so much.
it's like a pawn shop then.
Yeah, kind of, kind of.
Right.
Now, some of the
Strange
vibes
fellow.
you've been giving off a bit make me have a couple questions. Were you in the library?
I have been in a library before, yeah.
Now, is
Gabe
this
has a big one. Very big one. And there's a lot of magic there as well.
oh, at the sound of that, he's gonna like immediately like connect. Did you come through Stars World?
Yeah, we saw a lot of stars. Yeah, correct. A lot of planets too, I think. Like these small little balls that then we just traveled through it. Yeah, definitely a
Oh,
lot of stars.
no. Stars, people,
Uh,
magical, musical.
oh, yeah. What musical? No, like our characters, the people from those other worlds. Yeah, those are our characters. Oh, you know about all of that.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
got.
then you must be from. Oh, right, perfect. Then you're not from around here as well, right? This is such a strange world. Everything's black and white. It's so weird.
Well, see, that clinches it. If you're seeing everything in black and white, then definitely you're not from around here. Now, I originally am from around here,
Oh,
but I got pulled into the library, and
you were at Gabe's library? What did you do there?
well, we lived there. I mean, you're talking about the Athenaeum Library?
Never called it an Athenaeum library, just his library, but it's pretty big.
Does it have our bedroom still in it? I hope you didn't mess with the jacuzzi. What about the bar? The kitchen still okay?
Uh, his his house really is big, so I would assume there's probably a living base there, and of course there's probably a kitchenware with a lot of angel nectar, because yeah, he does only things with angel nectar. So, yeah, I think everything's fine there. His house is pretty okay. Uh, the golems do a lot of cleanup.
Boy, Dan the man has got to be like writing up a storm. Tell me, when you ended up in the library, which bookmark are you going after first?
Uh, well, I'm more of an e-reader person, but I guess electronic bookmarks then. It just remembers which page I'm on.
Wow, you guys must have not gone after the bookmarks. Have you found any of the bookmarks at all? Maybe that's why you're here. You're looking for your first bookmark?
Mm, I think one of my friends got a bookmark gift once, so maybe that's a bookmark. Why are you so interested in bookmarks? That's honestly, that's kind of 20, 30 years ago. People don't really do that anymore. Most books are just informative right now. If you want to read a fantasy novel, you just do it on your e-reader.
Well, Ave, you may want to sit down for this one, but when you're in the library, whatever the setup is like, as you find your bookmarks, you need to match them with the pillars so that you can complete the story. My guess is that you're here looking for maybe a bookmark from one of your stories.
Have you recently touched any like coffee grinds looking powder? You sound a bit wonky.
Well, I'll tell you, we're about to have some coffee because I've been going without for about 2 hours now, and that's a long time. But no real coffee grounds or anything. Is that something from your world?
Uh, huh. I'm gonna roll an insight to see if he's high, because Abe thinks he's
You can
high
roll an
as
insight.
a
Yeah.
kite.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll an insight.
Insights. Oh no. I have no clue.
You probably
Probably
think
high.
you probably think he's high. You
Hmm.
probably think he's a little high.
Right. So strange stories about bookmarks and pillars, and we've definitely been using quite some coffee grind. uh, is there anyone else inside there that doesn't really participate? If you know what I'm saying.
In the coffee, I mean, well, so Tori, she drinks a little bit of coffee, but I wouldn't call it coffee. It's more like sweet milk and ice and all of that. So not really good. Let's see. Black powder is all about tea. Reggie, not so big on the coffee, but tea. Um, Star, coffee some. He had quite the experience with some coffee when he was here, actually. You see some of the
Nice.
uh, little bits of wall damage. That was from a buddy of mine, Eddie, who had a little bit too much coffee. But I mean, it depends. My guess is you haven't met any of my friends yet.
I honestly think that's quite fine. They sound like a very s- interesting group.
Ooh, definitely very
Look,
interesting.
looking at the damage.
And very, very differentiated too. Um, for instance, I imagine you're very different from what you are now before. So whoever you were before, there's most likely your friends are going to be looking similar to you now while they're here. We did the same thing. When my friends were here, um, you know, there were some challenges that they had to do, and some of their things didn't work previously. So, uh, some of the magic things that they were able to do were a little hindered or limited. Um, Although they were still able to do some of it, it was a little different in each world. So as you go through looking for your bookmark, just be prepared for changes.
How did you know that I didn't look like this?
Oh, you see, when we jumped worlds, We all changed to fit the world that we jumped into.
Oh my. Hmm. You're serious, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Tell
What the
me,
hell what is happening?
well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's all back to the library. You need to find your bookmarks to complete the story.
Okay. I'm gonna look into my pockets and gonna try to find my cell phone.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I probably would say that you'll check your pockets and you're not going to find a cell phone in there.
Just like frantically looking for anything, communication device. What
You'll
happened with
find
the communication thingies from Kate? The earpieces.
um would that technology still be there were walkie-talkies back in the 1920s,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah. The big bricks.
Yeah. So what I would say is
Hmm.
you no longer have Cade's earpiece because that wasn't a thing back then.
Hmm.
But where your cell phone was is this big uh brick of a walkie-talkie.
This is a randomly this giant brick.
Yes.
What the? How does the fine? And I'm gonna try to s- activate it somehow. Speak
Sure.
it. Uh, Gabe, Kate, anyone?
It
Can you hear me?
it's just gonna be like white noise.
Hmm.
Nothing, nothing.
Huh. Hmm. Okay. All right. So you are someone from a black and white world. You have many friends and a very large interest for bookmarks and pillars and apparently a library, which I don't think it's the same library that I was thinking about, but sure. Uh, we are. I'm not where I should be right now. How do I get out of here? Is there like do you have like a teleportation thing or something to get out of here?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not as magical as some of my friends. And
Hmm.
the really one of the most difficult aspects for me to wrap my head around is that you didn't appear with your friends. And generally, when we changed worlds, we were usually pretty close together. So there's got to be some type of new twist to the story, maybe. Um, maybe this is your big fold in. And regardless, the biggest aspect is to get to the next world, you've got to fix something in the story. Now, initially, I would have thought maybe it was something where your whole team, your buddies, would have been here to help work together to solve whatever the problem of the story is. But if they didn't come in with you, it just could be a different plot twist in the theme that Dan's writing. Regardless, what we got to do is find your bookmark and get you into the next story.
Okay. Do you know where my friends are? Where they could be?
Well, like I said, when we jumped worlds, we were pretty close together. I'm guessing I saw you outside Diamond Eddie's. Is that where you came in at?
The bathroom.
In Diamond Eddie's. And
Yeah.
no one else in the stalls, under the sinks?
I no, I no, I didn't really check that hard. I don't think so. No.
Well, it could be one of two things. One, you're the main character of your story, and
No,
The others, they're just, it's not up to them to accompany you on your journey.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not a main character. I'm most definitely a side character right now. Trust me.
Well, you may think that. Maybe that's the way you were written, but if you came alone, I can tell you it's very probable that you're the main character in your story.
Wait, I written?
Oh,
What do you mean?
yeah. We're all part of different stories in the library. Whatever your story has been, really, it is the story about you. You're the main character in your story.
So someone is writing what we're doing?
Well, until you
Kind
folded
of?
in, now you're starting your own journey. Everything prior was written to set you up.
Ooh, Leif's not gonna like that. Not gonna like that at all.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's not the main character.
Ooh, he's not gonna like that either. Oh no. I hope he doesn't hear this.
Well, that's up to you. Whatever you tell him when you get back home, um, if you even want to get back home. I mean, you're the author of your own story now. That's the beauty of the Athenaeum is whatever has been written, it really comes back to how do you want to finish your story?
Wow. Uh, that's a lot. Uh, so so my friends are they might just be other characters that are not the main character of what? My world? That what?
Yeah, it can be a lot to take in. Um,
But they're so important and so strong and oh, can a book have multiple main characters?
oh yeah, I mean, you look at probably the best example I have is um, in one of my friends' stories. They were actually the villain of the story, but the story can evolve. You can change it, regardless of how the story was written before. It's all about you as the character. I know it's a lot to take in, but all the trials and tribulations and everything that you've gone through has been for your story to blossom.
Right. Gonna pinch himself. I'm not dreaming, am I? Oh no. All right. Well, I still have to find my friends and where should we start or what should we do?
Well, I think the first thing is, I mean, you may have to accept that you are the main character. So the friends that you had, they may not be here. You may have to find and adjust to being with a different group of people. Now, that may be daunting at first. For me, it was. Some of the things some of my friends were able to do, none of them were from here. They were all from different worlds and could do different things. Um, Frankie, he was from a future world where there were machines like you couldn't believe. There were flying cars. There were
Yeah.
electronical devices, very different from here.
Oh, it's like in Sci-Fi. Yeah.
And then Star was from a place where everybody's animals, and the music was just magical.
Yeah.
Tori was from a hideous place that was pretty dark and scary, but also kind of surreal and familiar. Reginald was from the past with pirates and sailing ships. Uh, Alonic was actually from a video game.
Yeah. That's that's pretty quite normal. Yeah.
Well, see, it isn't normal to me.
But yeah. Well, we have our own world with video game characters that we go to, kind of. That's pretty normal right now. But at dark, gloomy worlds, it's like, could my one of my friends be there? Isn't that dangerous?
Well, it's very dangerous, but I would say that's why it's important to find up your bookmark so you can get back to the library and get with everybody and then get the story continuing to move along and progress.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Where do we start? I have no clue what to do right now.
Well, like I said, the biggest thing is we got to know or find out where the bookmark is and see if there's what the task is to be able to get the bookmark. The bigger challenge is going to be how to activate the bookmark. We may have to figure that out a little bit. Do you have magic?
Not really. Well,
The
I can do a lot of uh, I can mimic other people's voice.
See, that could come in handy. What about like turning invisible, um, fighting skills? How about when you're in your original story, what was your biggest attribute?
Uh, I am I'm a diamond in the rough, but I have no I don't really have anything. I Let's be honest. I was just there. I I can I can do some other people's voices, but other than that, I'm just space. I even got kidnapped, and they had to do so many things to get me out of there. And I kind of was useless, to be honest.
Well, don't stick in that frame of mind. Let me tell you some of my um, challenges with my friends. There were times where I was pretty impressed at what some of them could do. I mean, you should see how hard Frankie can hit. Um, Star, magical as can be. Just the amount of magic that Star has is crazy. Tori as well. Uh, she can burn down things like nobody's business. As a ghost, she can go through walls and all different kinds of things. Um, my point is, Star was kidnapped on the regular. Frankie, always the most scared to throw punches. And Tori, absolutely afraid of control. And don't be too hard on yourself. I know going in, whatever you bring to the table, there's an aspect for it, and a reason that that's what your attributes are. Whatever the test is for us to be able to get the bookmark, you'll be able to do it. Whatever those attributes are, they may change from world to world, but all of your teammates, whether they're your previous friends or people you haven't met yet, they're going to rely on you for something at some point. Could be just as the glue of the team, could be to use your mimicking to get past hurdles and challenges. Don't put yourself down. I didn't bring a whole lot to the table other than just being an investigator, questioning things, but in each different world, we found a way to really have everybody be an integral part of finding our bookmarks.
Mhm.